So I'm pretty much just walking back home after going for a little walk. It's always nice to start the day with a walk, even if you're going to be running half an hour behind, your planned schedule. You either take a walk at the beginning or at the end, and I don't know, at the beginning seems to be the better start. Yeah, I'm just going to be working on more writings. I've got, I just want to get through this story, and then I can get onto other writings and stuff, be more creative, but I've got a ton of ideas of things that I can produce, and if I do it to a good standard, and I start selling them, it can perpetuate some income, so, I've got another bookstore wanting to sell my stories to, like 2 of them, so they haven't sold yet, but just having their interest is sort of encouraging. Can lead to further expansion of your story and stuff, so, but at the moment nothing's sold, I'm just writing for me, but if anything ever is, as long as I just keep perpetuating, I can typically say it takes 2 weeks at least to write a story, but then you have to edit and re-edit, so typically I would be aiming for 1 story a month, and that's a quick version, if not 2 months, so if I can do 1 story a month and have it pretty well edited so that there's very few mistakes, then that would be great, but just to have churn them out more often would be fantastic. At the moment it's kind of easy. It takes 2 weeks to get a story done, and that's because I'm just editing, I'm not creating the story. But now that I've used pretty much all my old work, I have to develop new work, and that's going to take at least 2 weeks for a story, and then 2 weeks for editing at least. That's the fastest speed. True enough, I did write 3 series in a week. That was a one-off thing and stressed me to the bone. I had to drink tea and go to bed needing mentally exhausted. That's me at my hardly ever do speed. But yeah, that should be fun. If it turns into a money generating thing, I can say, yeah, instead of what I spend some of my time on. Typically you just need to write a couple of hours a day. If you can do more, that's great, but typically a couple of hours is typically your typical standard. Otherwise you're just wasting time sitting there thinking. You're really only fresh for a couple of hours, and then the rest of the time seems dreads, but sometimes not. Sometimes you're on a roll. You can write to 4 to 8 hours, but typically in a typical day it's really just writing for a couple of hours, maybe 3, so it doesn't take a lot of time. I'd rather do that than anything else. If I can get a good book generated, then I can supply you with income, and you work on more writings and more and more and more. So that would be great, because I'm sick of needing to work or needing money. I'm gonna use something that generates money for you. But this is all a daydream. It's at the moment I'm just writing for fun, with no idea if I will ever sell anything. But the last one I edited was really good, so I'm pretty proud of it. Because it just has a lot of, I don't know, variation in the writing, a good tone, pretty well developed story. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be home soon, so then I can switch on the computer.